At first, the basement door was just another piece of the house, painted beige and forgotten. Then, on a rainy Thursday, Mara found a second door standing beside the furnace, old iron bands across its center and no frame behind it, as if the basement had grown or wound overnight. Her brother Eli laughed when she called him down. He was 16, skeptical by habit, and always ready to turn fear into a joke. But even he stopped smiling when the knob moved once, slowly from the other side. The first knock came after dinner. The second came just before midnight. By morning, the door had scratches on its face, thin and fresh, and the air around it smelled like wet earth and smoke. Eli wanted to pry it open. Mara refused. Their mother, who had not believed in anything strange since childhood, said the house was old and shifting. Yet she would not go near the basement after dark. On the third night, a voice spoke through the wood. It sounded almost like their father, who had died 2 years earlier, and for one impossible second Mara thought grief had learned to speak. The voice asked to be let out. Eli reached for the latch. Mara caught his wrist. Then the truth arrived in pieces. The voice was not asking for help. It was counting. Behind the door, something had been waiting so long that it had forgotten patience. It had borrowed familiar sounds, testing which heart would answer first. Each knock was not a plea, but a measurement. Mara remembered an old note found in her grandmother's books. Never open a door that appears where no door was built. If it comes, feed it a name, and it will leave hungry. So when the knocker came again, Mara stepped forward and said the only name she knew would not be welcome there. Not her own, not her father's. She spoke the name of the thing she feared most, the one she had never said aloud. The basement went silent. The door shuddered, its frame bending inward as if something inside had bitten through the dark and found itself trapped by a word. Then the sound changed. Not anger, recognition. The door opened by a crack, and cold light spilled out, revealing not a room, but a corridor lined with countless other doors, each marked with a different name. Eli pulled Mara back as the basement walls began to tremble. Together they slammed the iron door shut and dragged a shelf against it just as the first hand struck from within. In the silence that followed, they found one new detail carved into the wood from the inside. "Now you know my name,"